What turn of events has brought you so suddenly to Garreg Mach, Uncle?
Well, my business in the old Alliance territory had roughly finished. I wanted to see the face of my niece, who so bravely took Aryan Road. I have heard that it was done with truly magnificent tact, and that you even deceived some of your allies.
I'm happy to have earned your praise. However, to say that I deceived my allies is a bit misleading. I despise leaks of information, and there may have been a church rat hiding amongst our ranks.
Ah, I see. However, there are some unfortunate consequences. Cornelia surely planned to betray them, but she has been struck down. Truly wasteful meddling. Unless... was it your intention to kill her?
Indeed.
Yeah.
We came only to kill our enemies.
Oh, I should have let you pick that. My bad.
I couldn't remember if there was like some political benefit to keeping her around or something, so it was probably for the best. But honestly, I don't care.
I don't remember if Edelgard told us. If she doesn't tell us in these next couple of cutscenes, I'll tell you.
Okay.
She used a terrible magic weapon. Dolls that she could move and fight with. Did you know about them?
Well now, if that were the case, would it not have been better to keep her as an ally?
Oh, that's creepy.
If you are only capable of such imprudence, this dark cloud might hang over the Empire's future as well.
Who are you?
Thank
Why do
for
I
your
care?
concern. However, I will sweep aside any darkness that comes our way.
I will be praying. Praying that the Empire will not become another Aryan Road.
Another Aryan Road? Just what do you mean?
I must take my leave now. Farewell.
Lady Edelgard, there you are. We just received some truly shocking news. It is said that pillars of light have rained from the heavens and disintegrated Aryan Road.
Disintegrated?
What? I don't think it was Lord Arundel, but like, sus. But also, how is that what?
It was likely some type of magic. Perhaps a forbidden art.
Hubert, give me the full report.
My apologies. I, of all people, should be able to control my discomposure. The pillars of light descended and exploded, resulting in the complete destruction of the main building and the north wall. It is believed that all key people within House Row, including its leader, were killed. Of the Imperial officers and men we kept at Aryan Road, about a third are unaccounted for.
It can't be true. So, this is my uncle's trump card. In exchange for striking down Cornelia, he has destroyed Aryan Road.
Perhaps we acted too soon in our disposal of Cornelia.
No. If we'll be fighting them soon, there's no disadvantage to weakening their forces. It's also extremely valuable that we force them to show their hand. Hubert, the investigation you made into the legend of Aelel, the Valley of Torment, this is likely what took place back then as well.
Yes. The probability is high.
But what? The Valley of Torrent? What?
North of Garreg Mach, there is a valley where the earth is always aflame. Once javelins of light fell from the sky there. He pierced the earth and set the forest ablaze, creating a land of torment. We believed it may have been the work of the goddess. But it was actually an attack by those who slither in the dark. That sums up all that we know.
By gifting us that knowledge, those who died at Aryan Road will not have died in vain.
Indeed. It would be good to control the flow of this information.
True. We'll conceal this from everyone as best we can. I trust you, my teacher.
So, Lord Arundel is...
I'm sure everyone has heard about what transpired at Aryan Road.
Lord Arundel is not actually Edelgard's, like, blood uncle. It's one of the Slitherers pretending to be him after, like, killing him and taking his place.
Oh, okay.
So they have, like, some kind of magical sky nuke or whatever that I don't think they explain it anymore in the Crimson Flower route because this route feels like it gets cut off, basically, at Chapter 18. but it's like a thing that like charges over time. They can't like spam it, basically, I believe, is the understanding. So, but it's like their deterrent to be like, Edelgard, don't go against us or else, you know, we'll use magic javelin nukes against you. But,
Well,
that's, Cornelia was also, I don't think they go deep on her backstory in Crimson Flower. I think they go a lot deeper on it in Blue Lions, actually.
Because that's when I remember seeing her, was in,
yes. So the actual Cornelia was like a great, like, magical healer who, like, stopped a plague in the kingdom or something like that. But then she was replaced by someone from Those Who Slither, and that's why Edelgard wanted to kill her. Is because it's not actually Cornelia. Cornelia is presumably already dead. It's, anytime you run into a Slitherer who, like, was pretending to be someone, they killed that person who was probably a good person and then took their appearance. That's what happened with
Monica.
Monica and the library guy, the librarian from Before the Time Skip.
Yep.
All of that, so. That's basically the rundown. So Edelgard wanted to kill Cornelia because she knew that she was one of the higher-ups in Those Who Slither, and then Arundel, who is actually, I think his name is Talus, who's like, he's like the leader, basically, of the Slitherers, is mad that she did that, so he blew up Aryan Road.
Ah, gotcha.
The church has displayed their cowardice by indiscriminately using forbidden practices to kill the residents there.
And Edelgard is going to blame it on the church because she doesn't want to tip her hand anymore.
Their victims also include members of House Rowe, the Imperial Army, and many, many more.
According to our investigation, the forbidden attack that destroyed Aryan Road cannot be used again so quickly. Even so, we cannot delay our efforts. We must put a stop to all of this by the end of next month. The leader of one of the Imperial factions has already initiated an attack on the Fraldarius territory lost by Rodrigue. Soon, all obstacles blocking our path to Ferdiad will have vanished.
A cornered animal is at its most deadly. We must move quickly. Next, we march through the Tailtean Plains. After that, we destroy Ferdiad. At that time, complete Imperial control over Fódlan will finally be a reality.
Oh, I'm shaking with excitement! Bring on the battle!
I understand that a confrontation is inevitable. Still, I wonder if there's some path we could take that would cause less suffering.
This is the only path for the goal we are reaching for, and so we must keep walking on it. We are walking down the path to a better tomorrow.
A cornered church? Well, count me out from any forbidden sorcery that can destroy whole cities. If only there was an easier way to get more information on crests and relics.
You are as negative as usual, Linhardt. We have but one order: to emerge victorious.
We're going to win this. We really are. After all, if we lose, everything will be terrible forever. Oh, no way. We can't let that happen.
Everything will be terrible forever.
There's a lot to worry about, but I'm sure it will all work out. We'll win no matter what.
All right. Save up. Chat, someone in chat remind me. We have 2 full months left, right? Or is it a month and then 2 final missions? Do you go straight from Tailtean Plains to Ferdiad? I don't remember.
Moon. Field of Revenge. With the capture of Aryan Road complete, the Imperial Army moves to invade the kingdom capital. They plot to send troops toward now vulnerable House Fraldarius territory and plan to attack Ferdiad from 2 sides.
Tailtean goes to Ferdiad immediately? Okay, so we only have 1 month left then, right? That's 1 less than I thought, actually. I thought we still had 2 full months.
Oh, damn. Oh, dang.
The way they were talking, it sounded like it would go straight from Tailtean into Ferdiad, but I could not remember.
Yes? Oh, it's you, Professor. I was certain it was Hubert coming to drag me back to my duties. Your Majesty, you must know your supreme talents are needed at present. Why not gaze at these documents instead of the sky?
Edelgard's voice actress. Oh, what is her name? It's the one who does Mitsuru too, I think.
I think so, yeah.
I can't
That
remember
sounds
her
like
name.
Hubert.
I can't remember her name. What is the name of this voice actress?
Oh gosh, what is it?
Tara Platt. Yes, Tara Platt.
Yeah, I knew it was a Tara, but I'm like, Tara Strong kept popping in my head. I'm like, no, it's not Tara
That's not
Strong.
not that Tara. Tara Platt. Not a great Robbie Damon impression, but she put her all into it.
Yeah. She did her best. Yeah, question. Yeah, that sounds like Hubert.
Doesn't it? And the worst part is that he's always right, so I can't even argue with him. But that's enough about
Always
Hubert
right.
for the moment. While I have your attention, I'd like to thank you for your help in that last battle. As you well know, I'm perfectly capable of commanding the army by myself. However, when you're around, it's somehow different. I'm not sure I can properly explain it. I suppose your perspective on the battlefield is simply sharper than mine. When you're devising tactics and tricks for us, it's almost as though you can read the enemy's mind.
I don't cheat with time travel. What are you talking about? Who would suggest such a thing?
Yeah.
There's no getting around it. Your talent for strategy far exceeds my own. I'm quite jealous, in all honesty.
Many talents that I lack.
Is that a fact? Well, if you insist. I suppose a flower from another's field is always more beautiful. I'll admit, I think of you as rather detached. So to hear that you have emotions such as jealousy is something of a relief.
I'd say the same for you.
I can't deny it. Ever since I underwent those procedures, I've certainly distanced myself from the ordinary world.
It seems we were fated to be friends.
Friends. That word somehow doesn't seem adequate.
We're so in there.
Oh yeah,
Besides,
we so
we've
in
been
there.
friends for a long time, you and I. By now, we're so much more than that, at least in my mind.
Edelgard sounds like she's about to get down on one knee.
You know, instead of Edelgard, you can call me just Elle, if you so please.
Yes, I also want to catch Kira.
That's what my parents and closest sisters used to call me when I was little. Now there's no one left who calls me Elle.
Right. I was thinking for a second, doesn't Dorothea, but she says 80, I think.
He calls her 80, yeah.
But with you, well, I think I could allow it. In fact, it would mean a great deal to me.
Aww.
Why is that?
She really does feel
Why?
like she's gonna propose.
Well, you have stood beside me and shared my burdens. As I said, you are much more than a friend. In truth, you are like family to me. I suppose that's why.
Well, there's only one way we can make that official, Edelgard. I'll get the adoption papers.
So, Aryan Road has fallen.
I forgot that he doesn't get his eye patch in Crimson Flower.
Rodrigue, I swear that I will not allow your death to be in vain.
Bet.
The scouts have just now returned. Seems the Imperial army is marching toward the kingdom capital. Are you certain about this, Dimitri? As king, do you think it wise to intercept them yourself?
No need to worry yourself. Even if I am defeated, the Blythed bloodline will live on. And the kingdom's territory has never been rich in resources. If the castle falls under siege, our loss is inevitable. I will deploy my army onto the plains and wait for the enemy. Please, position your forces so that they can flank the Imperial army.
Yes. Given the present situation, making the plains our battlefield is a logical choice. I have no objection. However,
there is only one person I am after. I have no interest in any other prey.
I will take you at your word. Erasing the other child's existence is my task, and mine alone. I will
Oh
get you
damn,
back,
Ringo.
Mother. I promise.
What do you think, Lady Edelgard? Will they shut themselves inside of Ferdiad?
They will try to intercept us. Of course, Ferdiad will not fall so easily. Even so, if we were to cut off their supply line with a large army, it would eventually fall. It makes much more sense for them to wager everything on a victory at the Tailteen Plains.
The Tailteen Plains.
The same plains where the so-called divine Seros defeated Nemesis, the King of Liberation, in a comeback victory over 1,000 years ago. And about 400 years ago, the hero Lug created the kingdom by defeating the Emperor of the time on those very plains. Their goal must be to recreate that scene.
Yes, I suppose so. Although the Imperial Army is powerful, if we were to compare the strength of our best to the best of the Knights of Seros, we would likely come up short. The Kingdom's army and House Byleth are also renowned for their unmatched persistence. On the battlefield, it can be assumed that their one and only goal will be to strike you down.
Are you telling me to stay off the battlefield?
Naturally.
You better not be.
You are their aim, Your Majesty. You must know it only makes sense to keep you out of their reach.
And you must know that, at a time like this, I absolutely cannot withdraw.
Of course I know that. That is why I will refrain from asking you again to stay away from the battlefield.
The Immaculate One, descendants of the 10 elites, and other extremely fearsome foes await us. But with the help of our friends, we have a chance of defeating them. We're the only ones who can. Within our group, I am included among those with the kind of strength we need to win. I absolutely will not remove myself from the front lines. Professor, you have that same strength as well, whether or not you realize it yet.
Protect you.
Please, don't get yourself killed trying to protect me.
I never said anything about being killed. You misunderstood me.
Yeah.
Until the very
That
end.
sounds like a skill issue.
We'll survive this trial together. Understood?
So this might be our last month.
Hmm.
I'm gonna look actually real quick. Entertain my chat while I Google this.
Hey, chat. Looks like you guys are talking about Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. Okay, you guys are talking about which partner Pokemon. I mean, isn't the option between like Pachirisu, Munchlax, and Starly? I mean, I picked Starly because I love Starly.
Okay, it is consecutive. I double checked. So this is our last month, and then it's just 2 main missions back to back.
Gotcha.
Which means we really need to take note of what supports we want to get, because we have to get them in the next, like, 3 weeks, in-game weeks.
Gotcha.
But let's start by watching these supports.
Hooray!
We didn't get the A rank between... That can be easily fixed.
Ugh, this path isn't the right way either. Why do epic quests always involve a lot of legwork?
Well, Abyss is a big place. Maybe it's time to start on your next epic quest. Giving up and going home.
That's one of my favorite quests!
People are dying up there after all. We don't have time for this sort of thing.
What sort of thing? You? I'd say you're way more important than the pursuit of war. More interesting, too.
Yeah, and the next big thing in Crystology. How flattering. You gotta stop saying things like that or someone might get the wrong idea. Lucky for you, I'm used to your weirdness by now.
I'm sorry my sincerity rubbed you the wrong way. I meant what I said, but that's fine. Now, back to your ability. I've discovered that this power can be attributed to your blood. The magic originates from your crest. There have been leaps and bounds in research on summoning magic focused on an arbitrary target. The only remaining problems are perception and distance, though it could be argued that...
Blah blah, big words blah. I don't even get what you're saying.
Blah blah, big words.
Big words blah. Blah blah, big words blah.
I love her.
You don't have to understand it to appreciate its implications.
It reminds me in Tales of where they started doing it when a mage would cast magic, they'd just say blah 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 while like doing the chanting words.
Here's the connection. Once we understand your power, it's essential that we have a theoretical grasp on how to control it.
All right, I'll do my best.
That isn't as scientific as what I had in mind.
I'll probably need your help wrapping my head around the theoretical stuff. You up for that? No pressure. Well, people might die if you say no, so some pressure, I guess.
Huh? Why me? I guess it can't be helped. This isn't what I had in mind, but I guess I'm the only man for the job, come to think of it.
Sounds great. Hey, if you're tired, there's no shame in calling it a day and heading back to the surface.
It's more walking than I expected. I've lost sleep over this. But you're way more important than a... Oh, right. You don't like me when I'm sincere. Well, let's get on with the adventure then. We'll check out that hidden passage next. We've got to find that book that Timotheus is said to have left behind. Come along.
Fine. But what if we don't find the book, and you can't figure out a way to solve this?
We've come this far. Now I've got to see it through to the end. How will I ever nap in peace otherwise?
Sounds like we might be stuck together for a while.
If Linhardt had a nickel for every time he met a girl and she had some debilitating sort of illness due to her crest that only he was capable of helping solve, he'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but...
But it's strange that it happened twice. Hey, Mercedes!